In this podcast episode, Andrew Huberman engages in a conversation with Bill Eddy, a renowned expert in conflict resolution, particularly concerning high conflict personalities. Eddy, who is a practicing lawyer, professional mediator, and licensed therapist, shares his extensive knowledge on how to identify and effectively deal with individuals who exhibit high conflict behaviors. Eddy begins by defining what constitutes a high-conflict personality. He explains that these individuals are characterized by a persistent pattern of blaming others for their problems, which often leads to ongoing disputes and conflicts. High-conflict personalities can manifest in two primary forms: the overtly combative type, who enjoys arguing and generating conflict, and the passive type, who plays the victim and manipulates others to achieve their goals. Eddy emphasizes that these personalities are not necessarily linked to specific personality disorders, although they may overlap with conditions such as borderline personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder. Eddy notes that high conflict personalities are prevalent across various settings, including workplaces, family dynamics, and social interactions. He highlights that understanding these personalities is crucial for effective conflict resolution. By recognizing the traits and behaviors associated with high-conflict individuals, one can better navigate interactions and minimize the potential for escalation. Eddy's insights shed light on the importance of awareness and education in dealing with these challenging personalities. A significant theme in the discussion revolves around the role of emotions in high-conflict situations. Eddy explains that high-conflict individuals often experience heightened emotions, which can cloud their judgment and lead to irrational behavior. This emotional intensity can be contagious, affecting those around them and escalating conflicts further. Eddy emphasizes the need for individuals to manage their own emotions when dealing with high-conflict personalities, as reacting emotionally can exacerbate the situation. Eddy introduces the concept of the web method, which involves paying attention to one's own emotions, the words used by the high-conflict individual, and their behavior. By maintaining emotional awareness and focusing on constructive communication, individuals can create a more conducive environment for resolution. Eddy encourages listeners to approach high-conflict situations with empathy and understanding rather than defensiveness or aggression to foster healthier interactions. One of the key strategies Eddy discusses is the importance of setting boundaries when dealing with high-conflict personalities. He advises against direct confrontation or blame, as this can provoke defensiveness and escalate tensions. Instead, he suggests using a calm and assertive approach to communicate limits and expectations. By clearly defining acceptable behavior and consequences for crossing those boundaries, individuals can protect themselves from further conflict. Eddy emphasizes that setting boundaries is not only about protecting oneself, but also about encouraging high-conflict individuals to take responsibility for their actions. He explains that many high-conflict individuals lack self-awareness and may not recognize the impact of their behavior on others. By establishing clear limits, individuals can help guide high-conflict personalities toward more constructive interactions, ultimately benefiting both parties involved. The conversation also touches on the influence of social media on high-conflict behavior. Eddy notes that social media platforms can amplify high-conflict dynamics by providing a space for individuals to vent their frustrations and seek validation from like-minded individuals. This can create echo chambers where negative behaviors are reinforced, making it more challenging for individuals to develop healthy coping mechanisms. Eddy highlights the importance of recognizing the potential pitfalls of social media interactions, particularly for younger generations. He points out that the tendency to escalate conflicts online can spill over into real-life relationships, leading to increased polarization and division. By understanding the impact of social media on conflict dynamics, individuals can take proactive steps to mitigate its effects and foster healthier communication. Eddy provides practical advice for individuals who find themselves in high-conflict relationships, whether personal or professional. He emphasizes the need for patience and strategic communication when dealing with high-conflict personalities. Rather than attempting to change the individual, Eddy suggests focusing on one's own responses and behaviors to create a more positive dynamic. He introduces the concept of BIF responses: brief, informative, friendly, and firm communication. This approach allows individuals to address conflicts without escalating tensions or engaging in blame. Eddy encourages listeners to practice this method in their interactions with high-conflict individuals, as it can lead to more productive conversations and reduce the likelihood of conflict escalation. A significant takeaway from the discussion is the first-year principle, which Eddy advocates for in relationships. He suggests that individuals should take their time before making significant commitments, such as moving in together or having children. By allowing a full year to pass, individuals can gain a better understanding of their partner's behavior and personality traits, reducing the risk of entering into a high-conflict relationship. Eddy explains that many high-conflict individuals are skilled at masking their true nature during the initial stages of a relationship. By taking the time to observe their partner's behavior in various situations, individuals can better assess compatibility and make informed decisions about their future together. This principle serves as a valuable guideline for anyone navigating the complexities of romantic relationships. Throughout the conversation, Eddy emphasizes the importance of empathy and understanding when dealing with high-conflict personalities. He encourages individuals to approach these situations with compassion, recognizing that high-conflict individuals often struggle with their own emotional challenges. By fostering a sense of empathy, individuals can create a more supportive environment that encourages positive change. Eddy also highlights the need for individuals to practice self-compassion in these interactions. High-conflict situations can be emotionally draining, and it's essential for individuals to prioritize their own well-being. By acknowledging their feelings and setting healthy boundaries, individuals can navigate high-conflict relationships more effectively while maintaining their own mental health. Eddy discusses the role of childhood experiences in shaping high-conflict personalities. He explains that many individuals develop these traits as a result of their upbringing, often stemming from attachment issues or unresolved emotional trauma. Understanding the origins of high-conflict behavior can provide valuable context for individuals navigating these relationships. By recognizing that high-conflict individuals may not have had the same opportunities for emotional development, individuals can approach these situations with greater empathy. Eddy encourages listeners to consider the broader context of a person's behavior rather than solely focusing on their actions in the present moment. This perspective can help foster more constructive interactions and promote healing. Eddy underscores the value of seeking professional support when dealing with high-conflict personalities. Whether through therapy, mediation, or legal counsel, having a trained professional can provide individuals with the tools and strategies needed to navigate these challenging relationships. Eddy emphasizes that professionals can offer valuable insights and guidance, helping individuals develop effective communication skills and coping mechanisms. He also highlights the importance of finding a supportive community, whether through friends, family, or support groups. Surrounding oneself with understanding individuals can provide a buffer against the emotional toll of high-conflict interactions. Eddy encourages listeners to prioritize their mental health and seek out resources that can help them manage these relationships more effectively. A recurring theme in Eddy's discussion is the importance of flexible thinking when dealing with high-conflict personalities. He explains that high-conflict individuals often struggle with rigid thought patterns, viewing situations in black and white terms. By encouraging flexible thinking, individuals can help high-conflict personalities see alternative perspectives and solutions. Eddy suggests using open-ended questions to promote flexible thinking in conversations. By asking questions that encourage reflection and exploration, individuals can create a more collaborative environment that fosters problem-solving. This approach can be particularly effective in professional settings where teamwork and cooperation are essential for success. Effective communication skills are crucial when navigating high conflict relationships. Eddy emphasizes the need for individuals to develop strong communication strategies that prioritize clarity and respect. By using I statements and focusing on specific behaviors rather than generalizations, individuals can express their concerns without triggering defensiveness in high conflict personalities. Eddy also highlights the importance of active listening in these interactions. By demonstrating genuine interest in the other person's perspective, individuals can create a more open dialogue that encourages collaboration. This approach can help de-escalate tensions and foster a more positive atmosphere for conflict resolution. Eddy discusses the influence of cultural factors on high conflict behavior, noting that societal norms and values can shape how individuals respond to conflict. He emphasizes the need for individuals to be aware of these cultural influences and consider how they may impact their interactions with high conflict personalities. By understanding the broader cultural context, individuals can develop more effective strategies for navigating conflicts. Eddy encourages listeners to reflect on their own cultural beliefs and how they may influence their perceptions of high conflict behavior. This awareness can lead to more compassionate and informed responses in challenging situations. Finally, Eddy emphasizes the importance of self-care when dealing with high conflict personalities. He acknowledges that these interactions can be emotionally taxing and encourages individuals to prioritize their own well-being. By engaging in self-care practices, individuals can build resilience and better manage the stress associated with high conflict relationships. Eddy suggests incorporating mindfulness techniques, physical activity, and social support into one's routine to promote mental health. By taking care of oneself, individuals can approach high conflict situations with greater clarity and emotional stability, ultimately leading to more positive outcomes.